Hey there, heroes, and welcome. Get ready because today we're launching a top secret mission. Our target? One of the biggest mysteries in the entire universe, a secret force that changes every single one of us. You guessed it, we're talking about aging. All right, let's gear up and dive in. Okay, so every good investigation starts with a big question, right? And this one? Well, it's at the very heart of the mystery. It's something I bet you've even thought about yourself. I mean, think about it. Have you ever noticed how people get older? Maybe your parents or grandparents. It just kind of happens to everyone. It's a part of life. But why? What's actually going on inside our bodies to make that happen? That's the real question. So our first set of clues are the ones you can actually see. Things like hair turning gray or getting thinner, or bones not being quite as strong as they used to be. Even our super senses, like seeing and hearing, can start to fade a little bit. These are all the classic signs that the aging process is officially underway. All right, every good mystery needs some culprits, some bad guys, right? And it turns out some of the things that make us age, well, they're like villains attacking us from the outside world. Yeah, you heard that right. Things all around us in our environment are on the attack. We're talking about too much sun, pollution in the air and water, even some of the unhealthy foods we might eat. All this stuff can damage our cells and actually speed up the whole aging thing. But hold on, those outside attacks? That's only half the story. The really wild part is that there's a secret countdown clock, and it's ticking away inside every single one of us, right now. To find this clock, we have to shrink down and go deep inside our own cells. It's like a secret headquarters in there, and that's where we find our DNA, the master blueprint for our entire body, all packed up into these tiny things called chromosomes. And right at the very tip of each one of those chromosomes, that's where we find our next big clue. They're called telomeres. You can think of them like the little plastic tips on the end of a shoelace, or even better, like the shields on a superhero's costume guarding all that important DNA information. So here's how this crazy countdown works. Every single time one of our cells needs to make a copy of itself, those telomere shields take a little hit. They get just a tiny bit shorter. It's like they're sacrificing themselves to protect the important stuff inside. And after this happens over and over and over again, the shields get so small they can't protect the DNA anymore. That's when the cell gets a signal, mission over, time to retire. And that process, that is our body's internal aging clock. Pretty amazing, right? Okay, get ready for a major plot twist in our investigation. You know how our body has this awesome defense system to fight off bad guys like germs? Well, sometimes that system gets a little confused, and our own defenders can actually start causing the problems. Yeah, our immune system is supposed to be the hero, right? Its job is to protect us from invading germs. But sometimes, especially as we get older, it gets its signals crossed. It can't tell the difference between our own healthy cells and the enemy invaders. And when that happens, it can accidentally attack our own body. This is called autoimmunity, and it's a real case of friendly fire. And on top of that, there's another challenge. Our bodies have this amazing repair crew, an elite team of stem cells. Their job is to fix damage and create replacement parts. But as we get older, we just don't have as many of these super cells on the team. This makes it way harder for our bodies to heal and rebuild. But even with all these things working against us, the human body is, well, it's incredible. Get this for a fun fact. The oldest person ever recorded was a woman from France named Jeanne Calment, and she lived to be 122 years old. How amazing is that? It just goes to show you how tough we really are. So what's next? What does the future hold in this fight against aging? Well, let's turn our attention to the real-life superheroes who are tackling this mystery head-on every single day. Now, there's still a ton we don't know, for sure. But scientists, the real heroes of this story, are working on it all the time. And with every new discovery, they get one step closer to cracking the code. And understanding how aging really works could mean we all get to live longer and way healthier lives. And that brings our mission for today to a close. But it leaves us with one last giant, mind-blowing question. With everything we're learning about our bodies, our cells, our DNA, do you think we could ever stop the clock? For good? Could we one day live forever? Whoa, the mystery is definitely not solved yet.